Hey, um, since we talked yesterday, we have two new paid users for history, which is always fun. It makes me very very happy. Um, so like you get disproportionate joy for the amount of money the users pay, right? Like if you like the subscription plan, the lowest subscription plan on history right now is $3 a month, and I kept it that low because I realized getting like while I'm validating this idea and everything, um, seeing someone pay something matters a lot more than the actual total revenue. Um, Optimizing for the total seemed like a good idea in the beginning, but then I realized, I actually like the number of paid users matter a lot more than how much they're paying in aggregate. Um, so I tried that. I kept it to that amount so low that people wouldn't even think twice about the actual amount paid. They may think about whether or not to pay, right? But not, oh, okay, is this something worth the money? That's sort of the thinking behind it. It seems to be working really well for that purpose. Um, Either people will pay or they were not going to pay anyway. I can't really generalize from that data, I guess, because um, some people would like to try for a while, and then once it's the Slack model of you put in all your messages, and then once you've crossed 10,000, you can still use the product pretty well, but if you want to be able to access the old ones, then you upgrade, and it's that like the upgrades happens. The decision to upgrade happens kind of organically. I don't have that, and that would be interesting to try, but I would want to do it in sort of a very mindful way that it doesn't frustrate the users because the like they use history to capture um, the information that's important to them, and it's important not to take access away, right? Like, so there's got to be a different way. So it'll have to be something, maybe the base level of features is free, and the freemium model of something um, something on top of it is what they pay for. So still thinking about that, but I just wanted to share and celebrate that two new paid users, like actual users, going to the website and looking at it and thinking, wow, I don't mind putting down my credit card for this, and then them pulling out their credit card and actually typing in the numbers and then clicking subscribe. Two people have done that from around the world, um, and that's really, that's something. It makes me very happy to be working on this whenever that happens. And like I said, if someone gave me $6, you know, I probably wouldn't be very happy, right? But getting $6 from my users is way more than those $6, like $3 a piece, because it tells me that people are finding it useful and they're excited, and of all the things that they could be spending their time on the internet, um, they chose to give history some love. So I just want, it may sound corny, but that's how I feel, and that's what I wanted to share. Another, So this is definitely something to think about. How um, your psychology is affected while you're working on a product. Like what would make you spend a lot of enthusiastic time on your product, right? And like that, if you identify that, then maybe in the early days you can optimize for that in the beginning, because it's it makes it so much more fun. Um, and like maybe you care about a lot of people using it, and in that case you can make the product to be free. In my case, I do want to be able to support myself working on this full time. Right now I'm bootstrapping, nights and weekends and what have you, but I would like to be able to pay all my bills through history. And then so that's like the ultimate goal, and that's why I have a pricing plan. Um, so that's super motivating when people do find it valuable enough to pay for something that I created. There could be other motivations, of course, right? Like, anyway, just think about what would fuel your enthusiasm, and then put that in, and then of course, if you keep working on it and things happen, and then it becomes like this positive feedback loop, and it's a wonderful feeling. um, and yeah, to be frank, um, when people sign up at all, I feel great, right? Like even when they're not a paid user, it tells me a few things, that they managed to find it, and it's interesting to see how they found history. And um, like the refer tag, the refer link tells me like where they came from. um, it's there is something there as well. Like the reason I bring that up is, um, of late people have been finding history through Google, right? Like earlier, the only people who ever visited history were the people who found a link to history from my Hacker News comments, and that was great. But that's like, I make one comment. I don't spam. It's but I comment on a relevant post when someone's talking about it, and I say, hey, this is what I'm working on. It would be cool to get your thoughts. But if they're already talking about um, taking notes online, saving things and sharing, and, like exactly what history is trying to solve. But you make a comment, you get some visitors, and then that's it, right? Like you get a little spike, and then it goes away. And there is a one-to-one correspondence between the visitors and then the comment. It would be nice to have like a steady traffic. And I'm pleasantly surprised. I shouldn't be, because everyone talks about SEO, and I have not really optimized anything for anything. Um, but history has this Telegram integration. So the story behind the Telegram integration is, I wanted to be able to save links and notes from my phone, but writing a full-on mobile app would take me a while. And I thought, okay, how can I do this quick? So and Telegram bot is really nice. It's very easy to integrate with. So one weekend I coded this Telegram bot, and when you're in your phone, you like use the search intent to sort of share intent, um, to send a share a link with the Telegram bot, and then it becomes a note in history, and it lands, and it's you get a permanent URL, and the people who have tried it really like it a lot. I'm happy to say. Um, so I wrote a little blog post about it. It's not linked to. I guess it's linked to from one of Reddit comments that I made in the Telegram bots channel, subreddit, and now people are visiting history when they search for how to take notes on Telegram, which is super cool, which I didn't even anticipate. Um, um, and speaking of which, I talked to a user um, who wants to use that Telegram interface to save pictures into history, to make to process them later. The pictures are the pictures sent by his team. Um, I, I'm working on that. I haven't, it may seem like the progress on the various features that I have been a little delayed. And the reason for that is I'm working on hiring as well. Ibrahim, my very good programmer that I respect, that I talked about, he has been ramping down the amount of time he's able to spend on history because of his startup taking off. I wish him the very best, of course. I am trying to spend more time on both hiring and marketing, which directly takes that time away from my development time. But that's something that I've been thinking a lot about. Split focus. There was this cool Hacker News thread about how do you split your time between developing and talking to customers and all that stuff. And one of the comments there resonated with me, that you could have one focus for a day. Like you decide, okay, I have a couple hours today. I'm only going to do um, coding today, right? And that was so I'm trying to do something like that, but I need to pick up I need to push those features ahead soon. So I might just do that myself. Hiring is taking quite a while. I'll talk a lot more. I want to share a lot more about that, but I'll do that on a different day. But you know, once again, I'm super happy to get more paid users, and just wanted to share. Talk to you soon.